Welcome back to philmarriott.net on YouTube. Today we're reviewing Lean on Pete. So Raj, this is an interesting one because this is written and directed by Andrew Haigh, who I know you're a fan of with his previous series Looking and also the movie Weekend.
Yes, and I'm seriously gutted because I could have seen this movie at South by Southwest a month ago. It was getting all sorts of festival buzz, but just couldn't manage to slot it into the schedule. So obviously Andrew Haigh has done the television series Looking, which I'm a massive fan of. Series 1, Series 2, and the Looking movie. I enjoyed every single episode of it.
See, I loved Weekend, the movie, and 45 Years, which is his last movie with Charlotte Rampling. I thought that was fantastic. Looking, I hated the characters. I really hated the people in it.
Why so? I mean, this isn't a Looking review, but if we're going to go into it, we might as well.
But I do think he's a great director, and obviously he's written this too.
Yeah.
What a fantastic movie. Such a slow-burning movie, but in a lot of ways, I like the fact that he's given some of the scenes pace as well, because there's a lot of space in the scenes. He doesn't rush into things. He lets you kind of absorb the characters and the scenery and the story, and it's a great story. It's brilliantly written, I think.
To be honest, I probably wasn't too interested in the movie based off the trailer. I think that's what did it for me. And when I see a trailer for a movie like Lean on Pete, you know, it really seems to be centered around the horse, and in my mind, the way it works, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be Seabiscuit or something like that.
But in a lot of ways, it wasn't really so much about the horse, was it? It was more about him and his family.
The horse is called Lean on Pete.
Yeah.
But it's very much about the lead character, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie Plummer, what an amazing actor.
Gave a fantastic performance, so kudos to Andrew and the casting team there, who found, I think, another star in the making.
Oh, absolutely.
That kid was so pure and honest, and had so much going against him in the film, and you know, for someone just so innocent, I think the way he handled himself in the movie, where he had to fight back a few times.
Yeah. It's a really grown-up role, isn't it? Performance.
You know, and the way he bounced off some really massive names in the industry like Steve Buscemi and Steve Zahn and Chloë Sevigny.
Steve Buscemi is like unrecognizable too, isn't he?
The cast, you don't expect this sort of, you know, A-list indie cast that's in the movie. So I just really enjoyed every bit of the journey, 2-hour journey I was taking on this morning, because the movie is definitely a journey. It's about finding something that you've lost
when you're going through a difficult time.
Yeah, he decides to go on this journey of discovery. Ends up working for a horse jockey, horse person. The
horse is getting on a bit, isn't it? And it's kind of failing, so it's obviously, you know, they're thinking about sending it off for slaughter.
He decides to steal the horse and go on a bit of a journey to find his aunt.
It felt really real to me, and it felt like I was actually watching their life story.
It hit home for me quite a bit because I'm from the Pacific Northwest. So it starts off in Portland. You see Charlie make his way through Denver and ultimately Wyoming. A lot of those country sort of vibes and, you know, Western sort of feels like I really identify with. So
oh my God, those experiences that he goes through though, they're just horrendous, some of those experiences. And you really see his journey too. You see him become a lot tougher. I mean, he's quite tough at the beginning, but he's quite introverted.
Yeah.
And quiet and gentle. He's a really nice kid.
Yeah.
Like, he really thinks of others, and he wants to make money, because obviously he's not got much money coming in with his dad. They're not making much money together, and they've been through hard times before. So it's, you know, you really feel for them. You feel for him as a kid and what he goes through. But he's amazing. He's such a rock.
He's probably had to be as independent as possible. His father working all the time with no mother, you know, just trying to maintain some sort of life from having to move around with his father so much. So yeah, I mean, hats off to him too, that he kind of knows what he wants, and he doesn't want an artificial family. He wants his own family, really.
I mean, you've only just seen it this morning, but this film has really stayed with me too. I just keep thinking of it. I keep thinking, almost like I'm thinking, I wonder what they're up to now. But you know, obviously it's not a real story, but it felt very real to me.
And interesting, you know, Andrew Haigh has made The Weekend and the Looking series. He even made an independent film called Greek Pete, which is about a London escort.
I've not seen that.
I've got it on DVD. I'll loan it to you.
Yeah.
So he's very much, taking on gay subjects and things like that. And I was kind of curious about what made him choose to do a film like this. Maybe is any of it biographical? Is it just a story that he's had burning in the back of his mind that he wanted to tell? Did he have a horse growing up? I also had the question too about, could Charlie be gay because he's so like shy and introverted? And obviously they're not going to touch on that too much, but there's one scene in the movie where he's actually watching figure skating on TV, and I was like, well, that's kind of interesting.
Ah, right. You thought they were going to go in that direction. They were going to go there.
Maybe that's Andrew's nod to, like, telling us what sort of kid Charlie is.
There was so much of it that I just... Not I couldn't believe, because I very much believed the film, the story, but I found it mad that he went through so much difficulty, particularly when he felt so alone, even though he had his father. But
Okay,
staggering.
I'm not gonna lie, this film had me in bits. Cried at least 3 times during the film. There's a scene where on his journey he runs across a house with this horse, and then they have him over for dinner one night, and there's another guy and his daughter come along, and they cook dinner, and he's having this conversation with this girl who's overweight, and she's cooking dinner, and she gets mistreated quite bad verbally.
Yeah, she's picked on big time, yeah.
And then Charlie's helping her do the dishes, and he just says, "Why do you let them talk to you like that?" And she's like, "Because literally I have no place to go."
Yeah.
Oh God, that's where my heart out.
I can feel myself welling up. Very poignant, but brilliantly told too, because of the performances. I think the performances and the direction, the story, it all ticks the boxes for me. I'm going to give it a 4-star.
And I'll give it 4.25 stars
Okay.
because I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a film I would definitely watch again. And just love to hear what everyone else thinks about it. It's just such a great film. It's an important film. I'm hoping it doesn't get overlooked for award season this year.
In some ways, it's very similar to 3 Billboards, which we reviewed a few months back, so you could check the link above if you want to check out
And
that
just
review.
as good talent too.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to support us by liking this video, giving us the thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.